Okay. Okay, so welcome again after a break. Okay, actually, the material were not done until yesterday also, so I requested them, see, I cannot be giving such a long break, so please. Okay, so we got the material only today, then I managed to prepare. Okay, so Jai Jagannath Baladev Subhadra. Namo Bhakti Vedanta Swami. Everyone.
Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pristaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swami Iti Namani.
Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Namaste
Saraswati Devi Gaura Padini Nivishesha
Sunyavadi Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Sri
Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda.
Okay. Anybody would like to sing Maha Mantra? Hare Krishna. Go on. Charana Mataji.
Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna. Hare Hare. Hare Rama. Hare Rama. Rama Rama. Hare Hare. Manalan Prabhu. You want to sing first? Hare Krishna. That tune. Simple tune.
Hold on, coming.
Chaya Prabhu. Okay. Charana Mataji, continue Mataji. 2 more times.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare,
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
One more time. Finish already?
Can I sing?
Yeah, yes, Prabhu. Please go ahead.
Okay, finally.
Yes.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Haribo. Prabhu, sing. I want to hear you singing.
I cannot sing. My voice is very bad.
Oh, the voice is very nice. You just have to
Kanade.
sing only. Okay, thank you for trying, Prabhu. Very nice. Okay, Haribo. Okay. Okay, so let's offer prayers to spiritual teachers. Om Jnana Timirandhasya Jnana Jana Salakaya Chaksurun Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Namo Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vikna Vinasha Narsimha Iti Namine. Namo Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine. Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisesha Sunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Shivasadi Gaura Bhaktarinda. Everyone, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Okay, the program is dedicated to His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki.
Jai.
Right. Okay, so we are in the week 21. We finished week 21. We finished week 22. Now we are in week 23. Who begins Bhakti? So who begins Bhakti? This chapter, this topic is a continuation from week 22. Okay. Okay. So as usual, we will have to recap our previous class. What was the topic of the previous class? Just now you already had a glimpse, right? What's the topic last class, week 22? Look at this person here, the sage here. What is he doing?
Topmost yoga, Mataji.
Yes, the topic of last week was topmost yoga. Okay, so first question to recap. We covered a particular term in previous week. That term is bhajate. Okay, anybody remembers what is bhajate? Okay, bhajate means bhakti. Okay, the bhajate came from the word bhaja. Bhaja means need of service. Bhajate means service. Okay, so this is different from the word worship. Okay, worship means adoring something or someone. You show respect or you show you offer some honor to the worthy one. So that's why that's the difference between bhajate and worship. So worship is not bhajate. So you may worship somebody, but you may not offer service to somebody, the person. Okay, so when we offer service with love and faith, okay, especially to God, then that is bhajate. Okay, all right. So, and Krishna said that this is
keep your bag there.
okay. Mataji, tolong mute for me. Okay. So, and Krishna concluded that out of so many types of yogis, he stated that he likes this particular yogi the best because he said this is the topmost yogi, the yogi who involves himself in devotional service, in doing service, because that is the duty of a soul, because the soul has a master. So the duty of the soul is to serve the master. Okay, so that is bhajate. Why we are mentioning bhajate a few times here? Because it has a connection to our topic today. Okay, out of the many types of yogi, who does Krishna consider to be the topmost? Okay, the yogi who is engaged in bhakti. Okay, he says that of all yogis, the one with great faith who always abides in me, thinks of me, renders transcendental loving service to me. Remember this phrase that Krishna said, who renders transcendental loving service to me. He is the most intimately united with me in yoga and is the highest of all. That is my opinion. So this is Krishna's statement in our previous class from Bhagavad Gita. Okay, nowhere else. Okay, how does one who has attained the highest perfection of yoga perceive the Lord? Okay, for this question, right? of the many types of yogi, who does Krishna consider to be the topmost? The answer is here. This is a verse that we covered last week, the previous lesson. Okay, this is the translation. Okay, now the last recap question. How does one who has attained the highest perfection of God perceive the Lord? Okay, so Krishna said that this is the topmost yogi who is involved in rendering transcendental loving service. So how does this person perceive the Lord? Okay, for that, Krishna gave this answer. Okay, if one is fortunate enough to come to the point of bhakti yoga, he is to be understood that has surpassed all other yogas. Therefore, to become Krishna conscious is the highest stage of yoga. Just as when we speak of Himalayan, we refer to the world's highest mountains, of which the highest peak, Mount Everest, is considered to be the culmination. Okay, so this is the significance of being the topmost yogi. Okay. Somebody's mic, I think wind is blowing. Okay. So this is how he perceives, yeah. Always abides in me, thinks of me within himself, and render transcendental loving service. So this is the significance of the word bhajate. Okay. Right. So we are coming to our speak your mind topic. When you are in distress, what do you do? Who would like to share? Maybe we can have two persons to share. When you are in distress, what do you do? So distress will be one of the topic for today. Come, Prabhu, share something.
Those days I'll eat and sleep.
Sleep, yeah.
Sleep and read.
Sleep and read.
Those days. Now a bit different. Now we contemplate what is the problem we face, and we don't look for an answer, we look for a solution.
You don't look for?
An answer, because an answer is just temporary. We look for a solution so that it doesn't reoccur again.
Ah.
Why it happened? That is what I do nowadays.
Okay.
No more like this anymore.
Okay.
Part of our karma life, karmatic life, or what? You don't know what is happening in our life.
Okay, so you will try to understand why this is happening,
Why
and
this
you
is
will find a
happening.
way for that not to recur, right? Okay, okay. Anybody else? Yes.
For me, I will come to Krishna in front of Krishna. I will confess everything. I will tell Krishna everything. I sometimes can talk with Krishna. Nothing. I do like this. Everything I surrender to Krishna. What I feel sad or distress or what I can't solve, I will tell to Krishna.
Yes, yes. Yeah, where else we can go, right?
No one wants to go to, no one will listen to me, only Krishna.
Yes, he's our best well-wisher. Tamari Mataji?
Sorry, I have to be honest here. First thing when I distress, I scold everyone.
You scold everyone?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so whoever is, the slightest,
Thank God I'm not a friend.
that's it. Everybody will kena from me.
Kena the machine gun.
Yeah. I mean, I'm being honest here,
Yeah,
course,
I understand. Sometimes.
Yeah, of course, after all that, right?
It's like a meltdown, right?
Yeah, so yeah, after that,
We regret.
yeah. I mean, I especially my son and my husband will kena the heavy load of it.
Who else, right?
Then so they will basically clear the way, so I'll come down. And of course, attending this class all have given me way to calm down a bit and think about the solutions.
It's nice, Mataji.
Yeah. So I mean the anger is not longer. It's sort of just for a while.
Okay, so when we are distressed, of course we have a meltdown and then we want to let out our feelings. Yeah, so does it subside on its own, or we will find a help outside to cope with it? How about you, Mataji? Do you seek help from external factors?
I think more of, I nowadays I sort of chant for a while in my head, and then the best thing I do is clean the house.
Oh yeah, therapeutic. Yeah.
Yeah, I clean the house so the house will be clean for one thing.
Clean
Because
inside, clean out.
I'm working, right? So it's quite hard for me to clean up, you see. So when I'm distressed, I basically I clean the house top to bottom.
Oh,
At the same time, so everybody stay away from me like when I'm, clean.
okay.
So nowadays, when I clean like that, I always will be chanting a little bit, and then and try to, okay, what can I do, stuff like that. Then of course my son will come. You need any help? I said, no,
Oh,
I'll do
Mataji,
first.
you're so fortunate. If your child come in asking you like that, is so fortunate.
Yeah, sometime he'll come like. Sometime father says, stay away from him.
Yeah, that happens.
Yeah,
Okay. So that's more like you're settling down the dust, right?
yeah.
But does it
I-
solve your the thing that caused the distress, Mataji? Does it really
Yeah,
solve?
yes, it's because somehow or other I'll, calmness, with chanting and,
Mm.
praying to the Lord, it gives me a way for solution, a way to solution.
Okay, so the solution is what, Mataji? Not everything is temporary, is it? Or how? What do you?
Yeah, I would just figure sometimes, something that I cannot change anything else. I leave it to you. You figure out how to solve it for me.
Throw the ball to the Lord.
Yeah, so I said, if you want me to follow this through, okay, I will do it for you, sort of thing. Yeah.
Okay. Thanks, Mataji. Anybody else would like to share? So we have somebody reflecting and finding the answers or solutions so that it doesn't recur. Some try to manage the symptoms or the level that we react. Okay. So sometimes when you're distressed, we try to find answers. If we can't find answers from within, then we seek some help from outside. Maybe we talk to people and what's your perspective? What do you think about this? Sometimes we ask help, that sort, Okay, so today's topic, we will see, we want to understand who actually protects us when we are in distress. Okay, enlightenment and acceptance. Yes, Mataji. I think all of you are very enlightened, so it's very good how this program have helped you all. It's really nice to see. Okay, but after all, we are humans. Sometimes we seek help also. Okay, so today, this is our goal today, all right? We will understand who actually protects us and helps us when we are in a distress condition, whether we can, totally, get rid of this distress condition, okay? So, who begins Bhakti? Previous class, we saw that Bhakti is the topmost yoga. A Bhakti yogi is the topmost yogi. So we saw that Krishna already established this important information. So today we are going to see who are inclined to take a Bhakti yoga. So we already know that Bhakti is the topmost position, topmost yoga, and person who takes up that Bhakti yoga is the topmost yogi. And now who is going to be the topmost yogi? How do we know who is going to take that up? All right. So in 7.16, Krishna mentioned there were 4 types of people approaches Krishna and 4 types of people who will never approach Krishna. So remember the word bhajate. So can you see here bhajante here? Sometimes bhajate, sometimes bhajante here. So Krishna is saying who is likely going to take up this path. Okay, so there are 4 kind of people here who can decipher this verse. Please identify the 4 types of people here. Nalan Prabhu, do you want to try? It's very straightforward.
People with distress, desire for wealth, seeking knowledge, just curious, inquisitive.
Yes.
Curious, right? Yeah.
Yes, inquisitive is curious. and who is searching for knowledge. So there are 4 kinds of people. And these 4 kinds of people, Krishna categorized them as pious people, pious men. This is why this bolded phrase here, Sukritino. Sukritino means, Sukriti means pious. Okay, Sukritino, pious man, Sukriti. Okay, so this kind of pious people, they will go to Krishna or God. Generally, it doesn't matter what kind of concept they have about God. So generally, they go to God to pray for these 4 things, either because they are distressed. Okay, like some devotees shared that when they are distressed, they go stand in front of Krishna. Okay, solve my problem. Let this, do something. Okay, and those who want money, they also go, give me money. I need bread. Give me my daily bread. Give me money. Okay, I need to pay this, pay that. So this one. Number 3, inquisitive. Okay, who are you? Who is God? What is this world made of? Who is the creator? So they ask this kind of question, curiosity, inquisitive. And who already knows who is God, they want to get more knowledge, and this person is searching for knowledge of the absolute. So among these 4 people, okay, before this, Krishna is talking about Sukrutina, right? So what is the meaning of Sukrutina? What kind of people is called pious? Those who obey the rules and regulation of scriptures, they follow the moral, the social laws, the code of conduct given in the scriptures. So these kind of people who obey all this, they are called pious. Okay, then there are people, when they are devoted to the Supreme Lord, then they are also called pious. So there are various kind of people who can be called pious like this. Okay, so these people are praying, they are reading, okay, they are studying the Vedas. So these people who do all this, they are called Sukrutino. Okay, so let's break that down, that 4 kind of people. Distress, when we did our Bhagavad Gita in level 1 and level 2, we covered these examples, Gajendra the Elephant. Anybody remember what is this story about? Why Gajendra the Elephant? What's this story about? Anyone remember?
Bitten by the crocodile.
Tell the story, Mataji. Share the story, please.
I know that the crocodiles got hold of the elephant's leg. Then the elephant take the lotus flower from the water and then offer to Krishna. I remember Krishna, then offer to Krishna and ask Krishna for help. I know.
Yes. So we are also many times we are bitten. Our legs are being bitten by crocodiles of the material world. So when we are distressed, only we will remember, oh God, help me. So many times when we are happy, we don't think about God. When something happened to, oh, why this happened to me? Oh God, please help me. So this is the situation. Distressed persons are seeking for God's help. Thank you, Mataji. So next is Dhruva Maharaj story. He is an example of seeker of wealth. Who knows this story? What happened to Dhruva? Dhruva Maharaj is actually a prince and he became a king.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Yes, Charana Mataji, please share.
Neglected by the mother. Because of considered as a stepson, some sort like that, Mataji. Then he go and seek he went sick, and then he do meditation without food and water. At last, he meditate on air. Then Krishna appears in front of him. Then make him able to sit, come back to the throne, Mataji.
Yes, thank you, Mataji. So Dhruva's father, the king, had 2 wives, 2 queens. But somehow he was more attached to the son of the other queen. I think the second queen, Mataji, he is more attached to the second queen's son. So Dhruva Maharaj belongs to the first queen. So he felt blind and he felt so sad. He went and spoke to the mother, why father is more affectionate towards the other brother but not me? So what should I do now? What should I do now? Then the mother will say, you should pray to the Lord to solve this this situation. Okay, you should ask his mercy. So Dhruva Maharaj was actually very frustrated. Okay, I also want to be rich. Okay, I want to be very rich, and for this I'm going to meditate and seek Lord Vishnu's blessings, and I want to ask a lot of wealth. Okay, he was very frustrated. Okay, so he set out, he went to the forest, he meditated for very long. Okay, he actually briefly saw a glimpse of Krishna's image, Lord Vishnu's image, then it went off. So he was like seeking, who was that? What was that? Why was so briefly only the thing came? And then Narada Muni came. So Narada Muni came and he told, okay, you keep chanting this mantra, this particular mantra, and the Lord will come. So like that, Dhruva Maharaj will continue because he already tasted how the Lord looks like and he wants to see more of it. So with lots of devotion, he did the meditation, the austerity, the tapasya. Finally, the Lord will come. So Dhruva Maharaj will be so mesmerized with the beauty of Lord Vishnu with the 400 forms and everything, that moment he saw Lord Vishnu, he forgets everything that he wanted to ask for. So when Lord Vishnu asked, so what do you want? Then the Dhruva Maharaj said, no, I don't want anything. Now that I've seen you, I think I had everything already. So the initial stage that Dhruva Maharaj set out to seek Lord Vishnu is because he wanted wealth. Okay. So however, it was a good ending, but how he started, he wanted to get wealth. He wanted to ask wealth from the Lord. So that is Dhruva Maharaj's story. Next is the inquisitive Saunaka Rishi. So this thing, when this thing happened, after Krishna wrapped up his pastime, he went back to spiritual world. So everything was a little chaotic. So the rishis all gathered together at one place called Naimisharanya forest, and they were having a 1,000-year yagya because they know the Kali symptoms is going to take place, because as long Krishna was here, the Kali's symptoms were not able to conquer the material world. Okay, so they know, okay, it is not good that the Lord has gone back to his spiritual abode. So what should we do? We do yagya. And then that time, Sutta Goswami came to that place. So Saunaka Rishi started asking them questions. Okay, now that Krishna has gone, where this religious principle will go and rest? What will happen to this? What will happen to that? Who will take care of that? So they have this kind of questions a lot. So they were basically inquisitive. So Sutta Goswami was delivering Bhagavatam, which he heard from Sukadeva Goswami. So Saunaka Rishi was basically inquisitive, all right? So he's an example of that. Finally, the 4 Kumaras. So 4 Kumaras, they were born liberated. So they are given example as search of the absolute truth because they want to know more about Krishna. They already know Krishna is supreme, Lord Vishnu is supreme. So they want to know more information. So that's how they set out to seek God. Okay, so these are the 4 examples. And later Krishna gives a summary that out of these 4 people, one is Krishna's favorite. Which one is this? Which one of these 4?
Last one, number 4.
Number 4. Yes. Why, Mataji? Would you know why? You want to try? Okay, no problem. Never mind. But that's the class for today.
The answer is valid, right? They're looking for the absolute truth.
Mm-hmm.
So the absolute truth is, well, basically it's Krishna.
Mm-hmm.
So when
So
you seek him, when you seek him, when you seek the Lord, then obviously that should be the topmost, right?
Topmost, yes. Okay, so today we will see why the rest cannot be considered as topmost. Thank you, Mataji. So Krishna established that the superiority of the knowledge seeker. So this is the knowledge seeker. Number 4 is the knowledge seeker. So here Krishna is, okay, here it is explained that out of these 4 classes, one who is philosophically trying to understand the nature of God with devotion, with Krishna consciousness, he is Visishyate. Visishyate means he is especially qualified. Okay. Okay, let me just open up my Gita. So if you all have Bhagavad Gita, you all can also open. I want to see which. Okay, so if you have your Bhagavad Gita, I did not put the verse inside this PowerPoint. So if you can open your Bhagavad Gita, 7.17. Of these, the one who is in full knowledge and who is always engaged in pure devotional service is the best, for I am very dear to him and he is dear to me. Okay, that's how Krishna connects the one who seeks knowledge. Okay, continue. Oh yeah, this one I read already. Okay, so yeah, I read this one also already. He is very dear to me because he has no other business than to understand what is God. He is not bothered about solving his distress or getting money or to find out who is the creator. All that the person passed already. Now I want to get more information about God. So these are the 4 people who comes to God. How about the rest? Who's this person? This first picture. So just now we covered 4 kind of people who come to God, right?
Distressed.
Yes, distressed. Nadula?
Seeker of health.
The seeker of wealth, that the dollar sign.
Yeah,
That's
dollar
as well.
sign. Huh? Okay. Then the third one?
Probably the inquisitive one. Don't know if that is the absolute.
Yeah, I also don't know why this picture is here. So I guess this is the inquisitive one. So let's see why. What about these rest of the people? Okay, the others, other than the seeker of knowledge, they are just like for example, a distressed man. He is in distress, but because he's pious and because he believes in God, he goes to church or temple or mosque and pray. Oh my dear Lord, I'm very much distressed. Kindly help me. Oh God, give me my bread, give me my dress, give me my shelter. Okay, he asks these kind of things. Okay, so the other people are just like this distressed man, because they want something, they want to solve something, they want something to satisfy themselves, so they seek God. And Krishna says that is also good, that is not bad, that's good, but at the same time that is also good because they are better than the 4 kind of people who do not come to Krishna. But at the same time, he is less intelligent because he does not know that God is with me. He knows everything about me. It's like, wouldn't God know that you don't have food? Wouldn't God know that you don't have enough money? Wouldn't God know that you don't have dress? Okay, so these kind of people, not aware of that fact that the Lord is residing in everyone's heart as Paramatma, and thinking that I have to ask and then only God will give. It's because they do not have that full knowledge. Okay, so they don't have the full knowledge. Actually, the fact is this: Lord Krishna, the super soul, knows everything in everyone's heart. He knows everyone's determination and everyone's want. All right. Okay, so the difficulty of these people is that they don't know that God does not require to be prayed for. Okay, God doesn't really need our prayer. He knows what to give because he's a father. A father knows what to give the children. Okay, so they ask everything and anything. However, he is pious. Okay, he is distressed, he is pious. Okay, but he is foolish. Okay, why he is foolish? Because he does not know that God is with me. Okay, this is the fact, right? This is a statement. This is the knowledge. Okay, so the soul and the super soul, both of them are sitting together. Okay, if you have this knowledge, then you will understand that God knows everything about me. So I do not technically require to pray from God to get me out of this distress. He knows everything. So why should I pray? Probably he put us in that situation to give us some lessons. Okay, so when this kind of situation comes, right? Because me compare like 20 years ago and me now, the way I look at it is different. So I will, of course, I have some friends to talk about why this is happening, but I wouldn't complain like, oh, why God is putting in this test. We come to a point that we don't ask that kind of question. I know there must be a reason why God put us in this situation. So my prayer will be, God, give me that understanding. Please show me what are you trying to teach me. So our prayer becomes like this, because we know he's in us and we know that he's doing it for the benefit of us, but we just don't know how. What should I learn from here? Probably we are not that smart yet, so we can actually pray for that. Okay, so that's one. Or we can pray for strength. Oh, I know you're putting me in this distress. Probably you have lifted a lot of it, but you just give me a minute part of it because my karmic reaction is still there. So this one also I feel a bit hard for me to endure. So why don't you just give me some strength? Okay, of course, we don't have to ask that also if you're really realized, right? But we are praying to God. Who else can we pray to, right? So we leave everything to God. Okay, and this kind of person, he does not pray. However, he still prays. What kind of prayers he does? He glorifies the God. This is another prayer. Prayer is not only about requesting, asking, demanding. So these are not just prayers. Okay, so we should have this knowledge that prayers are not only asking, prayers can be glorifying, thanking, showing that we are in such a fallen state. I don't understand what you're trying to show me. So can you give me some intelligence like that? We can glorify how great you are. So basically, the prayer should not be for personal interest. This is not really encouraged for those who realize that God is in our hearts. Oh God, give me my food, give me my dress, give me my shelter. So we don't have to ask all this. All right. But even if somebody asks that, it is still good. He is better than the person who is Mudha. Krishna said the person Mudha, foolish, the atheist or the lowest of the mankind. So these kind of people still far better. Okay, so the point is that is better than these atheists or people who are impious. They do not seek God. Okay, so they still ask things, but still okay. All right, it's just that they don't have the full knowledge that God knows everything. Okay, so these four persons come to the Supreme Lord for devotional service under different conditions. They are not pure devotees because they have some aspiration to fulfill in exchange for devotional service. I give you this, you give me this. This is the business dealing that we all have with God. Okay, I break this many coconuts, please make me pass exam. I will give you this big garland. Please give me a good job. What else? I'm giving you so much of donation. So, give me a happy family or good health. No, why would we want to do that with God, right? So can we purchase God with that kind of material things, right? Pure devotional service is without aspiration and without desire for material profit. Okay, so this should be the knowledge. All right, so what happens is that the distressed people, eventually they will understand that there are always miseries. Okay, you solve one misery, you ask God to solve this misery, tomorrow another misery. So you're going to ask God, solve this misery. So is it going to go on like that? This is also expecting a result from their service. So yeah, okay, it should be basically that the service that we offer is ultimately just to please Krishna's senses, to please Krishna, that's all. Sometimes we also think, okay, I'm doing this service because I feel happy, I feel satisfied. Actually, it shouldn't be that also, because there is also some aspiration. Okay, because when you see that you are satisfied, that is also aspiration for material benefit, because you want to feel good about it. So it's not supposed to be like that. If Krishna is pleased, then automatically the soul will be contented, will be satisfied. Okay, otherwise it will end up in frustration. Oh, what will happen? Oh, I've done so much for you, look, God is still putting me to test. We all have, we see people who have that kind of tendency, right? And then they become frustrated. Okay, I'm going to stop praying. This kind of people also I've seen. Oh my God. So you feel that when you offer prayers, Krishna needs that, and when he doesn't give you what you want, so that means Krishna is not doing his job or what, something like that, right? So this is the very subtle knowledge that we have to acquire and imbibe, reflect, and see. Okay, so there won't be frustration if you do this continuously. We have to practice thinking like this. The consciousness have to be trained in this manner. Okay. All right, so I was saying that the distress, eventually when he will understand that there is no end for miseries. Remember the 4 problems in the world, you always have these problems. One after another, the problems will come, whether it's Adi Atmika, Adi Bautika, Adi Daivika. You all know these 3 miseries? Do you all remember this? 3 kinds of miseries or 3 causes of miseries?
Yes, yes.
Okay, except Yashoda Priya Mataji. Anybody else? I'm going to go to her only as last resort. Okay, who else? Remember that? Prema Pappu Mataji. I think Tamari Mataji would know also.
I'm not sure. I'm just guessing. Misery from nature.
Right? Adi Daivika.
Misery from oneself or misery for another one, my other person or something like that.
Correct. You got it, Mataji. Adi Atmika. Miseries caused by our own mind and body. Adi Bautika. Miseries caused by other living entities. Adi Daivika, caused by natural disaster, nature. Okay, so like this, one after another, miseries are always going to be there. So no matter how many times you pray, it will be there. Okay, and then the pursuers of wealth, when they will stop seeking God, when they get what they want. I want 1 million. The moment they got 1 million, that's it. Okay, my business is done. Okay, full stop. So this is also not good because their journey is not continuing. Okay, it's got a material profit. The inquisitive understand that Krishna is the end of all questions, and they will stop there. Okay, they will say, okay, oh, Krishna is God. All right, he's the creator, he's the source of everything. Okay, full stop. Okay, I'm done. I know already what to do. Oh, I know already there is a creator for this world. Okay, full stop. So they stop there. So that means there is no continuation for their knowledge process. But the fourth one, he's going to continue searching on the absolute truth, and he's going to go on to the Brahman stage. He's going to go to the Paramatma stage of realization, and then finally he's going to come to the Bhagavan realization. So that is where his goal ends there. Okay, so this is the differences. The rest three, it's very temporary. They will stop when their short-term goal is reached. Okay, so the conclusion is being made here. It's not really the conclusion yet. Therefore, one who is a pure devotee, he does not pray to God for any personal interest. Even if he's distressed, he says, "Oh Lord, it is your kindness. You have put me in distress just to rectify me." Why? Because we all are carrying the reactions from our actions from the past. So we have to go through it. Okay. So the Lord is helping us to clear that. Okay. I would have been put into more and more, 1,000 times in distress, but you are giving me little. That's all. That is your great mercy. God will not throw a challenge I cannot handle. That's right, Mataji. Yeah, that's true. Okay. Next, a person who is in Krishna consciousness, he doesn't care for all this material distress or honor, because he is aloof from this. He knows very well that this designation, this honor or this insult, they are pertaining to my body, but I am not this body. Okay, I want to know why my... Okay. So because he knows all this temporary benefit is asking for is very bodily, it's because of the bodily conception one has. So you have to go beyond that. Okay, so what is holding us here? Desire. Okay, we have material desires, the distress, the desire to solve the problem, desire to get wealth, desire to know what is beyond. Okay, and then it stops there. All right, so finally, when a pure person, a realized person, he will have his material desires go away, and eventually they will become pure. Okay, pure bhakti means no desire for material profit or search of knowledge. Pure bhakti means no desire for material profit or search of knowledge.
Mataji, I don't know about the rest, but on my screen I see a picture and the word desire big.
Yes.
Is that all that we're supposed to see?
Yes, because the word desire, because these kind of people, right, they seek God because they have desire. So desire is the, what you call that, the line that separates us from material world and spiritual world. Do you remember this tree? This tree, the upside down tree?
Yeah.
Okay, so the upside down tree in spiritual world, the top part is the root where Lord Brahma sits. And this is all, this line is actually, it's like a border that's separating us from material world and spiritual world. Okay, so this is the word I wanted to focus on. Actually, I didn't crop or anything. Just the picture was there like that. Okay, so in conclusion, when all these four types of people fully understand that material remuneration has nothing to do with spiritual improvement, they become pure devotees. So that they don't think, okay, once my distress ends, then I'll become a devotee. Once I get this much of money, then I'll become a devotee. So a devotee would not think like that. At any circumstance, at any point, he is a devotee nevertheless. Okay. So we are done with that four types of pious people. Let's talk briefly about the non-pious ones. So generally, Krishna talked about them using this term, miscreants. So these miscreants who are grossly foolish, lowest among mankind, whose knowledge is stolen by illusion, and who partake of the atheistic nature of demons, do not surrender unto me. Why? Because these miscreants, for these miscreants, service is very difficult. You see, the whole point here is about rendering transcendental service to God. That's why Krishna said, who does that? He is the topmost yogi. Okay. Now the problem with these miscreants is that their life is filled with their selfish values and qualities. Their life is very irregular, and they do not have any spiritual goals. All right, so because of that, it's very difficult for them to engage in service. And if you do not engage in service, then it's very difficult to build a connection to the Supreme Lord. All right, so that's why it's very difficult for miscreants to surrender to Krishna. Okay, so that does that mean they are totally hopeless? Okay, so that one we will see now. Are they really going to be hopeless? Actually, it's not, because after coming to the Lord and associating with pure devotees, they also can become purified. They can take a shortcut. Even by chance, they come into a contact with a pure devotee, they too become pure devotees. Amazing, isn't it? Okay. Those who are frustrated associate with pure devotees and become inquisitive to know more about the Lord. So gradually they will realize that what kind of life is this? I am so frustrated. So this kind of realization may come. And even if it doesn't come, a brief moment of association from a pure devotee can actually cause a change of heart. That is why the devotees, they go out and spread prasadams, sell books, because otherwise these kind of people will not come to temple. They will not come and seek the devotees association. So the devotees, they are very merciful. They go out and spread this out. Okay, so they don't mind if it's being rejected, because they're just gonna try all the chances they get. Okay, somehow or another somebody will take it up. If they did not come to the road and sell a book to me, I wouldn't be sitting here after 20 years. So it's like that somebody has done something. They have taken the inconvenience, the discomfort to walk on the road, sell the book, to speak a little bit of Krishna. They can make devotees. Okay, so these are the two ways it can happen. They get frustrated on their own and they start seeking things. Otherwise, they get association from a devotee and it will cause a change of heart. Okay, sincere philosophies finally accept the personal form of the Lord. So this one is talking about how in the beginning people will start seeing God or perceiving God or worshipping God in many other forms, like a formless or a light. So gradually they will come to a point after Brahman, after Paramatma, they will realize that God has form, he has name, he has qualities, and he has his own abode, and that abode is not fired up by electricity or any other energies, but purely his self-illuminating body, and the jewels and all that is self-illuminating planet. Okay, so these are the personal qualities of the Lord. So this is the understanding, this is the advancement of the knowledge. So back again to the question, can miscreants take up bhakti? So we don't want to discriminate people, we don't want to reject people. Oh, this is an atheist, this is a foolish, he is lowest of the mankind, he is a muda, so we should not preach to him. Do we do that? No. Okay, like I said, the devotees will go out, give prasadam, give knowledge, have a talk. Okay, So like this, we invite them to the temple, give free food, enjoy the kirtan. Okay, gradually they take up chanting. So that's later on. Now this story, right, is a perfect example how miscreants can take up bhakti. What story is this, Sirisha Mataji? Are you there?
Hare Krishna Mataji. Yes, I'm
Sorry,
here.
Mataji, I called you abruptly. No.
That's okay.
Do you remember this story? Do you know who are these people in the picture? Who's the
No,
person in the
Mataji.
yellow? Who's the person in the yellow? Lord,
Is this Chaitanya Mahaprabhu?
yes, very good. Who is the one in the blue? Try, Mataji. Try.
It is the Balrama actually.
Yes. Okay. So when he descended 500 years ago, what was his name?
Nitai?
Correct. Nityananda Prabhu. Very good, Mataji. Okay, I'm just going to try some more. The two men on the floor, on the ground, do you know them? Lord Chaitanya is really angry and he has actually awakened his Sudarshan Chakra to slay them both. What could have happened? Lord Chaitanya is very merciful. Why would he do this?
Not actually getting the story, Mataji. I think I know, but I'm not getting it now.
Okay, no problem.
Is it something like this too was very rude to Nityananda or like telling him bad stuff or something like that?
Yes, and then what did they do to Nityananda? That Lord Chaitanya is so angry now.
I can't remember, but it's something very,
Hare
very
Krishna
bad.
Mataji.
Yeah.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Wait, Mataji, hold on. I want to ask.
Okay.
Ajay Mataji, would you remember anything from this story?
Mataji, I don't.
Okay. Gunalan Prabhu?
I'm a bit lost.
Okay. I will bring you back. Don't worry. Prema Papu Mataji, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here, but I'm too lost.
Okay, lost. Okay. Rajina Mataji? Okay, Mataji maybe not able.
I'm here.
Okay. Does it ring a bell, Mataji, this picture to you?
Yes, I think the two of them are Jagai and Matai.
Yes. So what happened? What did they do?
They're actually two people who cause a lot of trouble. And then one day, I think they insulted Nityananda Prabhu or hit him. I'm not sure. I think hit him.
Yeah, both.
Okay, both. And then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came because he was very upset with their behavior. And he wanted to punish both of them. But Nityananda Prabhu stopped Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and asked him to forgive these two people. And then later on, they became devotees.
Yes, very nice, Mataji. You shared. Very nice. Thank you so much, Rajina Mataji. Yeah, okay. So these two, so it was a daily activity that it was instruction by Mahaprabhu to Lord Nityananda and another person, Haridas Thakur. He said, okay, go to everybody's house, knock their door and beg them to chant. So it was their daily routine. So as such, they were going and then they found this, at a marketplace, these two people were causing a lot of trouble to everybody. They're disturbing the lady, disturbing old people, they are drunkards, they're so intoxicated, doing so much of mess. So this Lord Nityananda and Haridas Thakur say, oh, these two guys must chant the name of the Lord. Okay, they really need this Maha Mantra now. So they went, first day they went, they spoke to them, please chant, change your lifestyle. So the first day, Jagai and Madai, I think they were about to attack them and they ran away. Okay, Haridas Thakur say, Lord Nityananda, let's go away before they harm us. They went. The next day, the devotee cannot sit still. Oh, okay, we really need to save them. You see what kind of a life they are living in. We really need to save them. Okay. So they went again. So the next day was even worse. They started insulting, like Rajina Mataji said, they were very rude and they insulted him. And finally, they took the earthen pot where they have the alcohol, thought, they threw it on Lord Nityananda. Lord Nityananda, it got hit Lord Nityananda's forehead and it started bleeding. So the people around that place immediately ran to Mahaprabhu and reported the incident. And Mahaprabhu, he's actually a merciful incarnation. He was very gentle, very nice. He doesn't get angry, he's very merciful. This incarnation, he was very nice. But when something happened to his dear devotee, this is where his temper is tested. He cannot tolerate anything happens to his devotee. So swiftly he came to that place, and he called the Sudarshan Chakra and he was ready to slay them both. He was so angry. But Lord Nityananda, despite he was getting hit and he was bleeding and he was in pain, he begged the Lord, please stop this right now. You are not Krishna from the previous incarnations, like how you kill the demons with your weapons. If you're going to do this, then you have to kill everybody, because in Kali Yuga, everybody has demon in their body. Okay, remember those days in Satya Yuga, demons were living in different planets. In Treta Yuga, they were living on same planet but different country. For example, Ravan and Lord Ram. In Dwapara Yuga, the demons and the pious and the divine and the demons, they stay in the same family. Like in Krishna's family, you will see some bad guys and some good guys. All right, but in Kali Yuga, the demon and the divine reside in the same body. So how are we going to kill all the demons? Because everybody has the demonic quality in them. So there is a bad wolf and good wolf. So it's all in our hand, which wolf that we are going to feed. So like this, Lord Nityananda was saying, it's not possible for you to take up this kind of approach to teach them. Your weapon here now is the Maha Mantra, your mercy. So like this, the Lord forgave these two guys, and because of the mercy of a devotee like Lord Nityananda and Haridas Thakur, eventually this Jagai and Matai realized what kind of grave offense they have done, hurting a devotee, and they repented. And because that place is near river Ganga, right, so they actually built place to arrange footwears of the pilgrims that come there. So they were doing that kind of service, arranging their footwear like that. So this is a place in Katwa. So there is Jagai and Madai Samadhi. So they have gained a lot of respect and love because they transformed to great devotees. So you can see, other than the four people who come to God, okay, the seeker of wealth, the distressed, the inquisitive, and the seeker of knowledge, and we have also miscreants turning into devotees with the mercy and association of another devotee. So that's how powerful it is. When a devotee showers their mercy on us, then our advancement is guaranteed. Okay, so we will not reject them no matter what. Okay, because if everybody is going to be miscreants because of their past karma, then when it's going to stop? So that's where the devotees are, this kind of chances come and put a stop to this. Okay, so the conclusion here is that we have to understand the power of bhakti. What is that? The power of bhakti to purify, irrespective of the motive with which a person takes up yoga. You can start coming to Krishna because you are distressed. You can start coming to Krishna because you want wealth. A lot of people, they pray to Balaji because Balaji means it represents wealth, Aishwaryam. Okay, but some people, they might not want to pray to Krishna. Okay, because they have the desire for the wealth, isn't it? But it's not wrong. Okay, it's just that when they have achieved their desire, then probably they will not come, or they will always come with this kind of intention. So this is temporary, irrespective of motive with which a person takes up bhakti yoga. The bhakti process purifies the living entity of all unnatural attractions. So these are all unnatural attractions. You are attracted to Krishna because you want him to solve your problem. You're attracted to Krishna because you want Krishna to give you wealth. So these are all unnatural. When one is purified, he is attracted by Krishna. Okay, this will happen naturally and begins to serve Krishna instead of serving Maya or instead of serving our own senses. This is his natural position. Okay, performing devotional service without any motivation. Okay, this will enable us to serve Krishna favorably. So put our interests aside and put Krishna's pleasure in the middle, and we do that activity, whether we are working in the office, whether you're working in the house, whether we are doing service. So always think like that. Okay, if you want to ask, how am I'm working in office, how can I turn my office work to devotion service? Then we can say, okay, my master is Krishna, and I'm going to do this work nicely to please him. So this is consciousness. You're changing the consciousness. Okay, so that's how we do it. It has to be practiced. Okay, then it will become your nature. All right, so to conclude, the topic for the day is this application. Yeah, do you feel that practicing Krishna consciousness has helped you? How? So in the beginning, Tamari Mataji shared how chanting has helped, and previously Prema Mataji also shared, Kajai Mataji also have shared in previous classes. Is there anybody else who have not shared and you would like to share? Because your sharing will actually inspire us, the rest of us, and it will also inspire me, because I would know that this class is actually benefiting you all. Okay, so I would want to know also how the classes, how this Gita Gyan level 1, level 2, now we are in level 3. So practically we are together for almost 2 years now. So I would like to know how this practicing this Krishna conscious has actually helped you. Anybody would like to share? Yeah, Gunanan Prabhu, you want to?
Well, it has changed me a lot in the sense that I'm more calmer, more relaxed. Yeah, more calm, more relaxed, and I don't get annoyed easily, but I do get annoyed once in a while.
Yeah, I understand.
There's a lot of difference in me now because I'm no more arrogant.
I see, right? Congratulations, Prabhu.
And then egocentricness also is not there anymore, but I feel I'm a better person. And the final thing is that I don't mind dying even tomorrow.
You are prepared, huh, Prabhu, for the test?
So there's nothing more to look forward to. And as I always say, when we are born, we bring our past karma. When we die, we bring our present karma.
Yes. Sorry, Prabhu, can you repeat that, the last line?
When we die, when we are born, we bring the past karma. And when we leave this world, we bring along our present karma. So the least karma you do is much better for you.
Yes, yes. Correct, Prabhu. It will make some changes, right? Because in the past, we don't know whether we had this knowledge or not. We don't know.
But the least karma you do, and stop being very what they call nosy. This one, live your own life. And another thing is that loneliness. Not everybody can enjoy loneliness. I love being alone. Because you feel very happy. You can do a lot of things being alone.
So you're very detached, right? I think you're trying to say you're detached.
I think I'm learning to detach. That's the right answer.
Yes, yes. That's good, Prabhu.
From everybody, just being detached because it's about time to maybe to move on.
Yeah, I think, yes. Despite us doing a lot of things, our consciousness, if it's detached, then it saves a lot of distress and frustration. Yeah, our duties has to be done. Yeah, you are doing duties. You have kids, right? You have family. You are doing.
My daughter, she's busy. She's a doctor, and that's it. But desire is not in eating. I already given up all. I'm now vegan for about 9-10 years. It has brought me a lot of changes. From 110 kilos, I'm now 68 kilos.
Congrats again, Prabhu.
So 110 to 68 kilos. So that's why the day I met one of my friend, he told me, wow, the arrogant in you is no more there. You became so distinct.
You chant every day, right, Prabhu? How many rounds do you do?
I still chant at 3:30. I chant about 108, but in between I chant 24 like that. I get up at 3:30 every morning without fail.
Okay, very good, Prabhu.
But not only Maha Mantra, I also chant the Gayatri Mantra.
Okay, all right. Okay, understood,
That's
Prabhu.
my life now.
Thank you, Prabhu. So yeah, just keep the Maha Mantra.
I always do without fail.
Okay,
even before I sleep, I wake up, I do that.
Yes, very nice. Thank you so much, Prabhu. Very inspiring sharing. Okay, so can we hear from another person? We have time. We can finish before 9, I think. Anybody would like to share to inspire us? Probably I need some inspiration from you all. Sirisha Mataji, do you want to share something?
Sure, Mataji. I would like to share about the selfless love of Krishna that I've seen at my childhood from my parents. And now I see that only from Krishna. And I'm so happy that Krishna also reciprocates in some or the other way to keep me calm, peace, and lead a happy life at present. And now this class actually helps me knowing more about Krishna, more walking in his path and understanding him better for a better living. So I'm more happy, more calmer. Yes, even I I lose my temper many a times.
Yeah.
But I can say I'm becoming a better person.
Yes. So better than yesterday. Right?
Yes, better than yesterday.
Right. So yeah, from the time you all started this Gita Gyan journey, your Krishna conscious process has started. Okay, you have actually started performing your pure devotional service at some point in time. Maybe that 1 second your devotional service was pure. So you would have achieved the purity of your devotional service probably at some point of time when you're chanting, when you're praying, when you're listening to the class, you are like so resolute minded and focused. So these are all 1 point of time you would have reached that pure devotional service moment at some point of time. Okay, so this would have helped you to increase your commitment in the Krishna conscious process. So probably you have chanted maybe it was started with 3 mantras, later you increased to 108, which is 1 round. Then later you thought, oh, why don't I do more, since it's I feel like I can feel some differences. Then you increase that. Okay, so previously you wouldn't have offered the food, so now you're doing it offering. Okay, it's just a milk and tulsi, how difficult is that? So you could have done that. Maybe you're trying your Ekadasi fasting. Okay, let's be a fruitarian today. So if anybody has had that kind of experience, you're not used to fasting before, now you can do the fruit fasting. Okay, what else? Following regulatory principles, another thing, like probably you were a meat eater before, now you have given up. Probably previously you were drinking and smoking, now you have given up. Probably you were gambling before, now you have given up. Okay, this is all the checkings that you can do. You can reflect and share. Okay, basically I would like to know how this program has actually helped you. So if it really has helped you, then yes, this program has been pretty beneficial, okay, for everybody. It has been beneficial for me also. When I hear things from you all, I feel like very inspired. Okay, and other activities. Okay, so maybe you would have started going to Krishna temple, and I think recently Kajai Mataji came and she joined our Radha Yatra, she pulled the chariots. Okay, so what is your opinion, Kajai Mataji? Would you like to share some experience, your Radha Yatra experience? Have you pulled chariot before, things like that?
Yes, I have pulled chariot before, but this is my first experience in Radha Yatra. I remember telling you the atmosphere, the feeling, that was very nice. It was a very nice atmosphere. I enjoyed it. I even wanted to dance with everyone because it was just very exhilarating. The right words I could say was it's exhilarating. It was so exuberant. It was so exciting. It was so enriching. There's just so many words. I wanted to go halfway, but then I ended up doing the whole walk. Yeah. Sure, just went. So yeah, thank you for inviting. I feel very grateful and blessed.
Okay, thank you so much, Mataji, for coming. Okay, so that's the end of our topic for today. So the rest is our reading segments, glorification of the holy name. Okay, so some readings are here. Who would like to go for this slide? We have few slides and then we can watch video and end the class. Anybody like to read?
Shall I, Mataji?
Yes, Sirisha Mataji.
Service to Krishna begins by chanting his holy name and eating his prasad. With our material senses, we cannot see Krishna, nor can we even hear his name. We can begin to perceive him when we advance in devotional service. The devotional service begins with the tongue, not the legs, eyes, or ears. the tongue must be utilized to chant. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, and take Krishna Prasada. Thus, the tongue has a dual function, and by utilizing it in this way, we will realize Krishna. We cannot see Krishna with our material eyes, nor hear about him with material ears, nor touch him with our hands. But if we engage our tongue in his service, he will reveal everything, saying, "Here I am."
Yeah, thank you, Mataji. So the service starts like this. First, we call people, come and take prasad. Oh, can I just come and take prasad? Do I have to pay for it? No. The fact that you're taking prasad is a service to Krishna. So that's how beautiful it is. How simple is that? Just come and take prasad, join in the kirtan and go back. Okay, it starts like that. Okay, so next is preaching is the essence. So now that we know the benefit of this program, or the, how Krishna conscious have changed you, or you have gained some things, then you go on and share it with others. Okay, next slide reading. Hare Krishna, everyone. Who wants to read? Gunalan Prabhu?
I can't read much because I'm supposed to go for a cataract operation.
Okay. Anybody else?
I can't see much as well.
Okay, no problem, Prabhu. Tamari Mataji?
Yeah, hang on, let me get my glasses.
Glasses? Okay, I knew.
Okay, one who preaches the gospel of Bhagavad Gita is perfect in pure devotional service. Krishna wants everyone to surrender unto him, and the devotional service means preaching is this gospel all over the world. The Lord says openly in Bhagavad Gita,
Nacha tasman manushesu kaschin me priya krittamaha.
One who preaches the gospel of Bhagavad Gita for the benefit of all is most dear to Krishna. The Bhagavad Gita is spoken by the Lord so that human society can be perfectly organized from all angles of vision, politically, socially, economically, philosophically, and religiously. From any point of view, human society can be reformed by Krishna consciousness movement. Therefore, one who spread this philosophy of Krishna consciousness for the benefit of all conditioned soul in the universe is perfect in pure devotional service.
Okay, thank you, Mataji. So please share what you have learned. Preaching is sharing of whatever that you have learned. Okay, so this is the last segment. What are the 4 types of people? So this is more like a sambambonam of everything that we learned today. Okay, it's for 3 minutes, I think.
चतुर्विधा भजन्ते मां जना सुकृतिनो अर्जुन आर्तो जिज्ञासुरर्थार्थी ज्ञानी च भरतर्षभम्. In this beautiful shloka, Krishna describes 4 kinds of people who approach him. Chaturvidha bhajante mam. Bhajante means those who approach God to render service to God. Chaturvidha, there are 4 kinds of people who approach Krishna. Bhajante mam. Chaturvidha bhajante mam jana sukritino Arjuna. Oh Arjuna, these 4 categories of people who approach me are sukritinas. They are very pious people. They are very righteous souls. Who are they? Krishna says, Artha, the person who is distressed. Jignasu, the person who is very inquisitive to know God. Artharthi, the person who is desiring wealth, material wealth. And Gnani, the person who is wise. So these are the 4 categories of people who approach Krishna. Artho, Jignasur, Artharthi, Gnani cha Bharatarshabha. Oh Bharatarshabha, oh best of all people in the Bharata dynasty. These are the 4 categories of people who approach me. However, these 4 categories of people are not very pure devotees. The people who approach God with a pure selfless intention to render service to Him without expecting anything in return, such people are called pure devotees or Shuddha Bhaktas or Uttama Bhaktas. So people who are unalloyed and unflinching and unmotivated in their bhakti, they are the topmost devotees. But here are 4 categories of people who approach Krishna just to relieve themselves from distress, or just to gain some wealth from Him, or they are just little curious to know about God, or they are pursuing knowledge about God. So these people are not very pure devotees. However, Krishna considers these people also as magnanimous people because they have some love for God. Ultimately, they have approached Krishna. The very fact that they have approached Krishna makes them so glorious. Although they have some selfish intentions or some other material needs in the beginning, Krishna will purify them of all those material desires and elevate them to a selfless position where they just love God and serve God without any expectations in return. So that is the purity of a great devotee. But these people are also magnanimous because they are after all approaching God. And of all these 4 categories of people, the 4th category, the wise person, is topmost because he loves God and he wants knowledge about God. He is not looking for some material wealth from Him, or he is not wanting to just relieve himself of distress. He actually is interested to know who is God and what is the science of God. He is better. However, the person who renders service to God without any selfish expectations in return happens to be the purest devotee. Hare Krishna.
Okay, so that's the conclusion. So it's a very nice video, right? Okay, so any questions?
Mataji,
Yes.
I was listening to this. What is Hinduism? Remember the link that you shared?
Yes. Oh, you attended the class?
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
So he was talking about, we have, Brahmin, Satriya, and all that, right? So, and the last one is Sudra, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so he was saying something about there is, I don't know where I wrote it. He was saying something about all these agamas. Yeah, correct. That's the word. Agamas, different stories, right? For a different level of people so they can reach God, right? And at that time, you were saying something about, goodness, in a mode of goodness, passion, and ignorance, right? So you said people who are ignorant, they can, people in under the Sudra. And then he said something about they can get the knowledge from Siva Puranam, is it? Something like that.
You said that. Okay.
So I was a bit confused. Like suddenly, Siva Puranam is ignorant. I don't know. It's like people in the lowest intelligence follow Siva Puranam.
Is it because I what I know is there are so many Puranas, and their Puranas are categorized into 3 modes: goodness, passion, and ignorance. And those who are in the mode of goodness, they can read this kind of Puranas in the mode of goodness. So there is a list. I can look for it, but I'm not sure if Siva Puranam is listed as under the mode of ignorance. That I'm not so sure, Mataji. I can check on that. But you sure Prabhu mentioned Siva Puranam? Not.
Yeah. There is. I wrote it somewhere. I don't know where
Okay, no
I
problem.
put
We
it,
can
but
try.
yeah.
Siva
Somebody
Purana,
it's. Huh?
Siva Purana you can also download from the net.
No. It's not
Yeah,
not about the content of it. It's just that I was thinking the way he said it, the lower intelligence, right? So when he said lower intelligence, you follow the Siva Puranam. So I'm like,
I see.
uh, uh,
But for me, the Siva Puranam was it's like
it's not
song, right?
exactly Siva Puranam. I think it's more Agama. I don't know whether it's Puranam or not. He mentioned it under Agama. There's a why something, right? That's Krishna's teaching, Krishna's stories. These are the people who wrote. He said people who wrote about Krishna, people who wrote about. Krishna, Kanda is Murugan, right? So
Yes.
other people have wrote this, so it will be easier to follow by all these people.
Puranas for people in mode of ignorance. Oh, okay. I
Yeah.
understand. Okay, like this, Mataji. Wait, copy paste. So there are Puranas for people suitable for people in certain mode, so that they can advance. So the Puranas you give for people in the mode of ignorance is Matsya, Kurma, Skanda, Linga, Shiva, and Agni. So these kind of people, they read these Puranas to increase their knowledge, and they can come to mode of passion.
Correct. Correct.
And then there is Bhavishya, Brahmanda, and then the mode of goodness, Bhagavatam, Garuda, Narada, Vishnu, Padma, Varaha.
Yeah.
Yes,
Correct.
even Matsya and Kurma is for people in the mode of ignorance. But I mean, that does not mean the Purana in the mode of ignorance. It's for the people in the mode of ignorance. So maybe the way the things articulated for this kind of people to suit this kind of people's level of intelligence. Yeah, so it should be like that, lah, Mataji.
Yeah, but it's just the thing is that I was always have high regards for Sivan. Because
I don't know whether it's really the Shiva Puranam, as in the Shiva Puranam that we
yeah.
recite, right?
So that's why he said something to do with agamas.
Okay.
Yeah. So that means it's been written by sages or yogis or something. Yeah. So I suppose more like diluted version of it. So yeah.
Even this is a conversation between Lord Shiva and Mother Parvati in Padma Purana Uttarakanda. It's actually given by Lord Shiva himself.
Yeah, he mentioned it. Yes, correct. He mentioned it. Yeah, I think sometime this kind of explanation or maybe a lack of knowledge also can make people be thinking, "Hey, what is this?" Suddenly he's saying, "Sivan
It's a
is
bit offensive, right?
Yeah. I mean I don't know the content, so I was just a bit taken back. Okay, I don't know the whole thing, right? So
right.
I was thinking it's just because it's a Krishna consciousness he's saying that, or is it I'm sorry I'm
I
no
understand.
knowledgeable in it at all, so I just want to say check is Puranas and Agamas is different, right?
Yes, okay. I will paste this in our group, Mataji. Yeah. So this is it's actually spoken by Lord Shiva. So that's the thing, Mataji, like you said, when they don't seek the knowledge and how to say comprehensively, so you'll have
correct, yeah.
You get misled. And
Correct.
so I think that's why the goal of the Prabhu's class that day to avoid confusion. Why there is
actually it's very good. I now I can really honestly say that I know a bird eye view of Hinduism. Yeah, so it was very knowledgeable, but so because I never really know as the entire thing. We know just bits and pieces, So I don't know what is in Vedas, Rig Vedas or whatever Vedas. I really don't know what is it. So except this Bhagavad Gita we are going through. Okay, now I know the content. Initially, of course, just reading without the essence of it, you know. Mahabharatam is just a nice epic story, you know.
It's like a storyline, like that.
Yeah, yeah. So when you know, that class really have, you know, really explained nicely lah. So
You're in
thank you.
Prabhu's WhatsApp group, Mataji?
No.
Okay, because they have a lot of question answers there. People just ask a lot of questions, and Prabhu takes time to explain in detail.
Yeah.
So you can join them, Mataji, even if you can't attend the class. Whenever you have time, you can just browse through the Q&A, and you also can ask questions to him. I think Prabhu takes time to answer also.
Yeah. So it's in terms of ignorance and passion and goodness. No matter in which level you are, you're able to attain God. There is a way to achieve it by all these different practices
These are
and
for
rules.
normal, ordinary people, Mataji. Because it is mentioned that when we are born into this world, we are sutras. We start from there. And that is why we have a lot of samskaras. Okay, nama karana samskara, the samskara, the annaprashna samskara, the education samskara. That is for us to gradually elevate ourselves. So this is a purificatory process. So it is not like when you're born to a Brahmana, then you are a Brahmana. It's not like that. You have to go through, even they do all the string samskaras, all that, because they have to initiate the son into the parampara, something like that. They also have to go through that. So it's not an automatic thing. So for ordinary people, they can have this kind of Puranas, but who's following this? So many people don't even know there. So 18 Puranas are there.
Yeah, correct.
Right? So to make it very simple and very easy, Maha Mantra for everybody, Bhagavatam for everybody, Bhagavad Gita for everybody. So straight take the elevator, go to the goal. We don't have so much of time to go through all the Puranas step by step.
No, I just want to get understanding lah. But okay. I listened to his video in YouTube maybe 3-4 times already now.
Sometimes it's also based on our modes. What is our modes of nature? What mode we have? If we can accept only certain Puranas, either in ignorance, passion, and goodness, then that means that is our mode. That is why we are able to relate. So it's catered for all kind of people. Sometimes people cannot straight away go and take Bhagavad Gita or Bhagavatam or Vedas. It's not easy. Right?
Yeah.
So in that way, nobody is neglected in that sense as well.
Yeah, that's correct. That's correct. That's right. Even if the road is, different path, is a destination same lah. Lebih kurang.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Mataji.
Thank you, Mataji. Nice meeting you all after so long. Okay, Hare Krishna, everyone. Good night.
Hare Krishna.
Mataji.
Mataji.
Now I'm in KL, Mataji, so I would love to participate in all the activities.
Oh, how long you'll be here? Are you like
I'm back to KL, Mataji.
Where are you staying, Mataji?
Right now I'm in India, but we have just moved back to KL from Penang.
Okay, where exactly in KL?
Brickfields.
Oh, okay. Nice place. That's our Bukit Bintang.
Yes, Mataji.
Okay, Mataji, I hope to see you on one of the Sunday programs. Is that possible? Are you working on Sunday or something?
No, Mataji. Actually, this month I'm here. Next month I'm back to KL. So then onwards, I guess I can join.
Okay, you went for a break, huh? Went back home.
Yes, Mataji.
Okay, safe journey back, Mataji. Be safe. I'll see you next month sometime soon. Maybe
Sure,
Janmashtami, all you are here already. Right?
Yes, definitely I'll be there.
Okay, I'm sure going to give you some service and you're going to be involved.
Sure. My pleasure, Mataji. Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay,
Thank you, Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Good night.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Good night.